Hi Capricorns, Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool reading for you guys. Let's see what we have, and we hope you are well, Capricorn. And yeah, see what we got going for Capricorn. And today is I don't know, May. What's today? I think it's May 19th. The bottom of the deck for you is the Six of Pentacles, Capricorn, and it's about sharing, right? Sharing is caring. We always want to think of the good side of this card. I mean, the low side is breadcrumbing, third parties and stuff like that, right? And yeah, and somebody's not giving enough. But we're looking at this in a more positive way. Let's see what we have, and only the reading will tell. Only time will tell, right? Yeah, and we start. Whoops. We start here with the King of Wands. So we're going to see about that in just a minute. And let's get some oracle cards going. I usually don't put the first card down. We have dreams, and somebody's dreaming here, you or somebody else dreaming about you, right? We always know that. Dreams are super powerful, right? And yeah, interpreting your own dreams and getting to understand your own dreams, it's a skill. It definitely is, right? And sometimes lessons come in dreams. Sometimes there's a little bit of nonsense, right? Or we are kind of mixing things together that we've kind of, been dealing with. But there usually is a lesson with each dream. There usually is, right? Let's see what else we have for you guys. And we have commitment. All right, somebody's dreaming about a commitment. We have the two birds here. One's a dove, and I guess I'm not sure the other one. Animals. So the animals card, Capricorn, somebody wants to commit to you, and they might be kind of, sometimes the animal card is animal instinct, right? We have dreams over here, right? The moon can, here's the full moon in that card. The moon can talk about animal instincts, our own instincts, right? We're supposed to trust them, not, sit there and overanalyze and blah, blah. So this card here can talk about animal instinct, and we have the wolf here, and the wolf always represents a great calling. It can represent understanding there's a great calling, right? Because, there's nothing in this life without intuition or awareness or understanding. Nothing goes well, right? We're living in the dark without it. We have the owl here. This is animal instinct and your intuition. And it can also be that your animals are comforting you, right? They could, right? Maybe you have an owl, right? And, in your garage, Capricorn, I hope not. Or a wolf, right? Just kidding. So let's see what else we have for you guys, Capricorn. Let's get one of these cards here. We have the Chariot, determination. So somebody is determined to have a commitment with you, or you're determined to have a commitment with them. Yeah, and here's the flying horse. I think his name is Pegasus. Yeah, interesting how determination kind of really means nothing will deter me, right, from having this. That's what determination is. And determination is the most important thing in life. It's not education or talent, right? Yeah, you ever sit next to kids in school and you're like, they're just doing so well in their life, and I mean, not to be conceited, but you're smarter than them. Or you're like, that you're talented, and you're like, well, why are they, doing so well? Because they're determined and they believe in themselves, right? Yeah. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have prosperity, and we have the emerald crystal, which is, that's what emeralds come from. These are interesting because, this gem itself, this emerald, is the crystal is same thing, right? It's the heart chakra crystal. But it's interesting because they're not pure green like we see. So I guess they remove the other part, right? Emeralds are really beautiful, right? They definitely are. And this is about prosperity and the heart chakra. So the heart chakra emerald opens you up to the abundance of the universe, which is love and prosperity both, right? Because this is what everybody needs and everybody wants, right? I mean, most people want that. I mean, I know I do. As long as what you want is your heart's desire, emerald will help you attract it into your life. Yeah, this is like knowing really what you want and just kind of, trusting that, right? Not like blocking it or stuff like that, right? Trusting your heart, right? Emerald will help you attract it. It connects you to the frequency of divine love and reminds you that you're worthy and deserving of prosperity and success. And the affirmation is, I have a prosperous mindset. So this is a positive mindset. It's not, nothing works for me and life is so hard, and no, nothing like that. Because this is about trusting your heart, right? What you want, what you like in life, what can really be possible, not, putting roadblocks in your own life. Emerald will help you attract it. And this reminds you that you're worthy and deserving of prosperity and success. Like I said, I know that I live in an abundant universe and that I will flourish, grow, and succeed. Yeah, this is like trusting that, the universe is very generous, but you have to trust it. You have to be positive, and don't block those. Yeah, it's just really about trusting it. That's what it is. And that's what your heart chakra is about, trusting your heart, trusting it and supporting it at the same time. We have detoxification. So something is, something could have been toxic here, right? And so, yeah. And so this is Capricorn. I hope I'm not saying Sagittarius. And so this is about, unhealthy people or unhealthy behavior in our lives. Yeah, something here is like, let go. Yeah, because it could be behavior. It doesn't have to be a person, right? Because behavior is the most important thing. That's why we have these psychologists and spiritual healers, and I think spiritual healers are better. But hey, there could be great psychologists out there. There really could, especially when they are blending, of course, right? Psychology with spirituality, and of course, right? This is the best, right? And many of them do that. Something's being let go here, something toxic. Somebody could be dropped because they're toxic. Somebody could be, and somebody could maybe be kind of, just letting things go that are kind of, making their life a little toxic. This can even have to do with kind of, moving cell phones away from you and not holding onto your phone all day. It's cancer causing. It is. It also kind of, hurts your brain. It really does. This technology and, the radiation and all that. Yeah, it does, you guys. So let's see what else we have, though, for you guys, Capricorn. Yeah. And we have the aloneness card. All right. So this is, I believe this is the Hermit, because the Hermit comes, I believe, right before the Sagittarius card, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the Hermit, aloneness. But it doesn't mean loneliness. It's aloneness and aloneness and loneliness are exactly the opposite, because this is somebody who's able to kind of understand spiritually and gain insight because they've been alone. They've been in hermit mode, right? And they're becoming so wise, like Hermes, right? But, so somebody here probably went into reflection. They probably did. They probably realized, Capricorn, that something needed to be let go, or toxic behavior, perhaps, right? Yeah, that's the Hermit. And he sees the light. This is a major understanding, right? Yeah. So let's see what else we have. And we have the card of comparison. All right. So comparison is good. So how do we learn, right? We have these tests in school where you have to, especially when you're littler, when you're smaller, of comparing things, right? Now, comparison is, really what it's about is the ability to discern, right? And, we can discern through contrast, right? Something's really seems so terrible and something seems really good to us. So now we learn, right? So something was compared here. There could have been something completely left out because it just was not kind of making the grade, so to speak. And this is a 5, Capricorn, and 5s are challenging chapters. Yeah, they are. All 5s are challenging. It's really interesting how, we're 5 when we go to school. And, for some it can be challenging. Yeah, it was challenging for me because, I was a little bit of a crybaby. But hey, everybody's different. And plus in those days, we were with our moms more. Yeah, we didn't go to nursery school that much in those days. No, and I think it's good to be with your family. I really do. Especially if your grandma's around and, stuff like that. I feel like that's what they did a long time ago. You didn't go to school. You were with your whole clan, your whole family, and stuff like that. So that's up for another discussion, right? So Capricorn, we start with this King of Wands, and somebody's really determined in this reading. And they're going by their instincts and their intuition. Yeah, they are. And, you know, maybe they have an animal to help support them, for sure, because they do, right? And we have the Four of Wands. There's an ending in this reading, Capricorn, and we know that because something is let go that is toxic. Six of Swords is here as well. This could be gaining wisdom itself because these are swords, and he's going to a better place, right? He's trying to go to a calmer, better place, and that's wisdom will take you there, right? Like, so, you know, maybe you have an airplane, and at the side of the airplane it says wisdom, right? And you are, I mean, you know, kind of, right? In this kind of very symbolic way. The Star, the Nine of Cups, the Five of Wands. So now we have another five. So this is, you know, a completion of sorts. There's some type of ending here. We know that, yeah. All right, a dream's coming true in this reading. The Nine of Cups is a wish coming true next to the Star. And the Five of Wands here, Capricorn, is leaving something out. It's like it's challenging. There's too many people. There's arguments. It could be toxic. This is a toxic picture of these people with these giant wands, right? And, you know, they're hitting each other. So it can be seen in different ways, of course. All the cards can. But this is how somebody sees themselves in this reading, right? So if you guys want to get a psychic reading, Capricorn, I always check for accuracies. I do. It's all below in the description box below. I have many formats, live readings, recordings, or both. If you don't know somebody, you just met them, you know, they're acting funny. Or for your own insight, I'm also a Canfield life coach. So I can help you with your own insight. They are fun. They're engaging, and, you know, they're powerful, right? The cards, same way. You get them in different formats. You choose the format. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and the past life readings are super powerful to help you be your best you. Yeah, and you choose the life. I don't do that, so there's no potential. You know, somebody made a comment that, you know, I'm kind of telling you. No, dude, you are choosing it. Your higher self. After you get into a relaxed state. Yeah, I don't say anything there, right? So those are super powerful, right? All right, so let's see what we have. And Eight of Swords in the reading, Five of Cups. So there's two fives here. There is an ending. And this is grieving. Somebody grieves something, but there's there's regret in this reading. It's almost like, why didn't I let this toxicity go earlier? Could have been a relationship. Could have been somebody's behavior, right? The Chariot is about determination. It's also about overcoming, right? I'm determined to overcome something. Yeah. Somebody might have been really alone here and thinking about this with this alone card, aloneness, right? Aloneness, yeah. Card, yeah. So now we have Capricorn, the Six of Pentacles. I feel like that might have been at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Pentacles is showing up reversed. So, you know, the Ten of Pentacles is an ending. The Eight of Swords is a release. But this is all for good stuff. You have something really beautiful coming, Capricorn. I feel like your wish is coming true with somebody. You're either determined to get it or they are. Somebody could have left their own toxic behavior, and they could regret being that way, right? Of course, right? If you realize that you were being toxic, of course you're going to regret it, right? Unless you're, you know, a sociopath, right? We know you guys are not. Let me cover this lady here who's not wearing any clothes. Don't want to get in trouble for that. The other day I did. OMG. All right. So, and in the reading here, we have inspiration, we have hope and faith. Faith and hope. Yeah. Somebody told me that I don't know, their cousins were twins, and it's called Faith and Hope. Which is pretty. All right. So here's the Four of Wands in the crossing energy. This is for happiness and joy. It can be for a marriage as well. It can, right? Because we have commitment here. Four of Wands sitting in the crossing energy with the Eight of Cups. This is moving on. This is, I want something. I want to live more inspired or fulfilled. Here's a Nine of Cups. Moving from the 8 to the 9 to get the wish. So this Eight of Cups moving on is moving on from something unfulfilling, either a physical relationship or some, behavioral, right? That's the thing we're not really sure about. It could be physical. I have two pentacle cards here. These are physical cards, the pentacles, and they're together. Yeah, and it's showing up here in the hopes and desires. Somebody may want a give and take relationship with you, and they could have been a toxic jerk. Woman, man, it doesn't really matter, right? It could have been a toxic boob, all right? It could be a man too, right? So, and so here's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. It could have been a toxic marriage, toxic relationship, toxic family, right? Where, people, sometimes there's toxic people in our family and, it rubs off and then we wake up, we go, hey, I don't want to do this, right? No. Yeah. And here's the Star, which really reduces to an 8. We have the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Cups. This is about growth and change and progress. Yeah. All right. So there's a lot of hope here that if somebody moves on from something or lets something go, right, if they can have this Nine of Cups, that's external. This person could be wishing and hoping to have you, Capricorn, Ace of Pentacles, to have something very solid with you. Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles is the most kind of, if you want something kind of promised to you, right? Like, solid and stable, that's the one, right? Yeah. And we have the Five of Wands, somebody seeing themselves as dealing with challenges, right? Or too many people are involved. Fighting, maybe. They could be seeing themselves as this whole thing is challenging. This, right? Yeah, of course, right? And we have the Hangman with it. Yeah, this is challenging to release something. Now, the Hangman can talk about release and surrender. It's also, an epiphany or an enlightenment. It can be waiting, but there's no waiting here because we have chapters that close out. 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. These are closing out. Right? 8 of Cups. It's not waiting. He's already walking here, right? So, this is somebody who is releasing something here. Something toxic. 5 of Wands. Exactly right. Something toxic is released. And the Empress is in the near future. There she is. And that is about fertility and, making your dreams come true with your love. It is beauty and love, the Empress. This is Libra and Taurus energy. It can be about having financial stability as well. Libra rules money and beauty and money, beauty, and also and love. Yeah. Can be creativity as well. Let's get a card on this. We have it with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's going to present this to you. This is about, what's really worth it to me. The Page of Pentacles talks about value. Somebody is going to come and tell you, Capricorn, this very determined person. Yeah, they can't be deterred. No, they can't, right? There's even a wolf in this reading. They're like, oh no, I'm not going to let the wolf scare me, right? All right. 8 of Swords showing up in the concern. This is a release itself. It is. This is like knowing that I've been keeping my own self hostage, or my feelings, or what I really want. I've been doing that. It's kind of a wake up. She's going to take this blindfold off. She's been suppressing herself. She's been keeping herself stuck. And that is the concern. I don't want to keep myself stuck anymore. And we have it with the Fool. That's exactly right. And have courage and move on. And as young as the Fool is kind of depicted as the archetype, it's about somebody who says, you know what, I'm just going to have the courage to do this. Then the Fool doesn't know if things are going to work out. It's just like, hey, right? I'm not sure. It's like if you go to a job, you're right. You're not always sure. It's you trust in it. You can't be negative, but you can't be sure what's going to happen in 3 years later, right? The company could close or whatever. And so, or you might want to move on yourself, right? And so that's what the Fool's about. The Fool's about having the courage to live life and not worry about anything, right? He's not. He's looking up to the sky, and the dog says, go for it. Now, here's the Five of Cups in the environment. There's regret here. There is some type of regret or grieving, which comes to an end, of course, right? Six of Pentacles is what somebody wants. They could want balance and harmony with you. They could have been breadcrumbing you, Capricorn. They could have been. They could have had two people, somebody else. But, I feel like they want this with you now, this kind of equal or sharing, something like that, because we have commitment with dreams, right? Yeah, and they are determined. Somebody could have had to step back and really think about, you in their life as opposed to somebody else. That could be it, right? We always compare things, right? We go to the store, right? And, you're comparing, whatever, right? Let's see what else we have. Life is full of comparison, right? Yeah, it's interesting how they call groceries compras. It sounds like comparison, right? And that's exactly what you're doing when you're going to the store to shop. You're comparing, right? Yeah. Unless you're easy to please, right? It's super easy, right? I'll take that, right? First thing on the rack, right? Two of Swords is showing up here in the hopes and the desires. This is also what somebody's learned. So this Two of Swords says, I have to have my courage. I have to be like the Fool. I have to let something end, right? I have to take this blindfold off. And it's also, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I still have to do it. Two of Swords, right? So, yeah, definitely about somebody who feeling like, I made this choice, but, anything can happen. But I'm still determined. This is about wisdom, right? Knowing that you have to be determined in life. And not everything is handed over, with the silver spoon. And not everything will work. But the majority of things will work if you trust the universe and you trust your heart, right? And that's what the Emerald talked about. Trust your heart, right? There's nothing else to trust. What are you going to do? Turn on the TV and I'm going to watch this show to see if I can trust in my life. I believe in this particular person, so I can trust my life. I believe in what they're, doling out at the college, so I can trust. No, dude, not like that at all, right? Yeah, believe in yourself, your own heart, not what is being spoken like out in the world, which is, it's doctrine, right? So here we have the Ten of Pentacles here reversed, and this is whatever is ending in this reading. Whatever here could have been something long, maybe, right? It's possible, but it comes to an end here. This Ten of Pentacles reversed. It could be letting go of like some type of kind of a legacy or how you want to see yourself as well. Because the Ten of Pentacles can talk about legacy. What we are kind of leaving behind or how we want to be seen as well. This could be a relationship that is definitely ending. But whatever ends here, it just leads to something so very beautiful. And the determination somebody has in this reading is really bringing in really what the universe wants. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining me. If you guys want to get a psychic reading, any reading, check out my description box below the video. Lots of fun readings. You guys rock. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me to keep these readings coming. And yeah, hit the little bell if you want to get notifications of my readings. Thanks so much, guys.